So folks, we've got to be even-handed on here. I can't have a go at Jordan Henderson if I think he's in the wrong, and then leave my old mate Anthony out of things. Anthony, that's the winger, the right winger that plays for my beloved Manchester United, who I must admit hasn't covered himself in glory this past 18 months. Now he's in a bitter war of words with his ex. She's accused him of beating her up and beating her up with regularity. He says they've had a tempestuous relationship, but it's never been that bad. She's making a lot of it up. Anyway, the fallout from it is Brazil have dropped him from the latest round of matches that they're going to play in the international break. Manchester United at this stage have done nothing. Yes, that's the same Manchester United that weren't sure what to do with Mason Greenwood. That took 6 months to decide what to do with Mason Greenwood. That decided, even after all that we'd seen and heard about Mason Greenwood, decided to bring him back into the fold and have him playing for the team again. And then after a big groundswell and public discontent, completely changed their mind and sent him away with his tail between his legs to Spain. Now, I'm not looking at the merits of what Greenwood has or hasn't done. I'm not looking at what the merits of what Anthony has or hasn't done. But I would suggest United have, is it the rod for their own back? With what they've done with Greenwood, jettisoned him off, how on earth can they not do the same with Anthony at this early stage, or at least stand him down? I don't mean get rid of him, but stand him down until they've looked into things. The problem is, we won't see eye and hair of him again for this season if they do that, because they took 6 months to decide about Greenwood. They're going to take as long to decide about Anthony. And at the end of the 6 months with Greenwood, they found him innocent of all charges. They said, by the way, we don't believe he's done anything that he'd been accused of doing. Yet they still took 6 months to get to that reasoning and still decided to bin him, which all seems rather strange. You've got to think, if it's taking 6 months to sort out Greenwood, how long will it take them to sort out Anthony? Probably as long. The downer for United is he's one of Ten Hag's first signings. Another downer is, was it 80 million? So it's another 80 million. But what I would suggest is if they can get rid of Greenwood, a player who's got unbelievable untapped potential and could have been, I say could have been, one of the world's greatest players, they shouldn't have any problem getting rid of Anthony for a while, because he's going to get nowhere near Greenwood's levels. Absolutely nowhere near. And his last 18 months have proved that, given he's having to play in front of Wan-Bissaka as Greenwood did, and woe betide anyone that has to do that from an attacking sense. So he's hamstrung there just a little bit. But that said, he doesn't offer a hell of a lot at United. Certainly nowhere near as much as Greenwood offered, and nowhere near as much as Greenwood would have offered as he got older, more experience, and playing in front of a better fullback. So the ball's in United's court now. The board, we know, are crap. They've shown it over the last few years. They've shown it over the last few weeks with Greenwood and other incidents. How are they going to react to Anthony? We shall see. But as I say, I'm surprised he hasn't been stood down at this moment in time, not after what they've gone through with Greenwood. Very surprising. If Brazil could stand him down, you would have thought United would have done the same. Where is the off button? There.